So if you have your Bibles, you may want to open them to Exodus chapter 14, and we'll be starting today in verse 5. And it says here, when the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, Pharaoh and his servants had a change of heart towards the people and said, "What is this we have done, that we have let Israel go from serving us?" So he made his chariot ready and took his people with him. And he took 600 select chariots and all the other chariots of Egypt with officers over all of them. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he chased after the sons of Israel as the sons of Israel were going out boldly. We have here, again, the people of Israel were enslaved in Egypt, and God did a series of 10 miracles, 10 plagues, if you will, and he brought them out, forced the hand of Pharaoh, and brought Israel out. And Israel has seen all of these miracles that God did.
Yeah.
And here they are. God, as we mentioned in our last program, God intentionally led them into a place where they were caught in between the Red Sea and Pharaoh's army. God intentionally led them there. And so Israel is now realizing this. They see the most formidable army in the world at the time coming towards them, and they're caught between this army and the sea. And they have these reservations. So what do you think was going through their minds?
Well, there's various archaeologists that are out there that have gone through speculation of exactly where the Red Sea was or where the Red Sea crossing was. And our listeners can go out and investigate that themselves and come up with their own conclusions regarding that. The thing is that last time we talked about, we know for sure it wasn't a swamp or a marshy area or anything else like that. And through some of the indications that we have here in regards to how many days, this was about 3 or 4 days after they had departed from Ramses where they were. We see over in Deuteronomy that the Egyptians were burying and mourning their dead. And so now if you look where they went first south, and then they kind of go back up north into this area that is probably there north of the Suez Gulf area. And what we're seeing is that there's other ways that God could have taken them to go out. This is a natural border area from the north of the Gulf of Suez there up to the Mediterranean Sea, the barrier or the border of Egypt. They have outposts that are there. They have some natural lakes that are there that gave a barrier. But God is orchestrating this, and he's taking them directly in the southerly direction and then back up north again. And you can see here that Pharaoh is seeing, hey, these people are trying to get out of Egypt. They don't know exactly what they're doing and how to do it. The other thing is, it talks here, it says that whenever the Egyptian Pharaoh and the servants realized what they had done, because if you remember, every time Moses talked to them, it was, oh, let us go out for 3 days. Well, it's been after 3 days. And so now it's really kind of coming to home to Pharaoh, the realization that, hey, these people aren't coming back. And it says there in the text that when they realized that they had fled, Pharaoh now has an inclination that he needs to go out, and he's actually going to go and annihilate the Israelite nation.